Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Callahan Marshall in for Gary today. So we actually have a nice day on tap. This is probably going to be the nicest day of the week.
Easily the nicest day of the week. We had rain and clouds and wind yesterday, and now an outlier today. Lots of sunshine, so great news on that front.
Good day for a walk.
Yes, great day for a walk. Let's take a look at what's going on outside right now. First off, a live view from our camera on the Nexus Center. You can see here it's a dry morning. Again, yesterday morning a little bit more on the damp side with rain falling at this hour yesterday. Temperature's a little cooler though. We are in the 30s, 36 in Rome, 34 degrees heading down into Hamilton. Let's zoom in on this temperature map here too. We're 41 in Inlet, 42 Dolgeville, 45 in Lowville, and 46 heading into Washington Mills. Heading south, pockets in the 30s here, 37 in Sherburne, 42 Richfield Springs, and 41 degrees in Oneonta and in Morris. A live look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. That rainfall we were seeing yesterday is slowly exiting. We have so far no rainfall here on the local radar. The only rain is currently up toward Burlington, Vermont, near Plattsburgh, well outside of the Mohawk Valley. So today, lingering clouds turn to sunshine as we approach the mid to late afternoon. By the evening, clouds will increase. You will see a chance of a rain shower, likely either right around sunset or slightly before it. But it's going to be a brief and light one with a better shot for rain showers as we head into tomorrow. So again, we'll track those rainfall chances and that temperature trend as more fall-like weather moves in over the next few days. Callahan?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 4.
Welcome back to Sunrise here. Time now just turned 5:13. Trying something new this morning. Your forecast here in just a minute. So first off, let's take a look at what's going on outside right now. Roadways looking dry out there. A dry but cool morning here across central New York. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar showing quiet conditions here across central New York. A lake effect cloud band currently over the Mohawk Valley right now. We will see a break in the weather for the most part today. Sunshine for much of the afternoon. Rain chances in the form of some light sprinkles possible this evening. And then the rain chances and the cooler weather really begin to kick in as we head into the next few days. So again, today we start out with a few clouds, sunshine in the mid-afternoon. Clouds increase this evening with high temperatures in the low 60s. I'll explain why we're going to see a warmer day today despite all that cold weather and wind yesterday. Either way, the next 3 days, sunshine today, rain chances on and off tomorrow and for Thursday. Callahan?
All right, last week we told you the story of Zenobia.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. On this Tuesday, we are beginning the day today with dry weather, a few lingering lake effect clouds. Yes, we're already on the topic of lake effect this time of year. A live look at downtown Utica, though. The lake effect cloud cover not producing anything, maybe a brief sprinkle in some spots, but here in the Mohawk Valley, so far it is looking dry. Currently, we are tracking, of course, the arrival of another system, a more notable and impactful weather system to our west. This, of course, is not arriving until later on this evening, so we have a bit of a break in this rainfall and just overall gloomy weather as that low pressure exits to the north. But then, in the wake of this, we're going to see a much different pattern looking ahead to the rest of the week. Wind gusts, again, weakened today. As we head into this evening, we'll pick up a little bit, mainly from the south and then eventually from the west here, as those wind speeds really pick up as we head into the afternoon on Wednesday. And you can see the arrival of the system right here. So again, there's that break in the rainfall here locally. As we head into this evening, the warm front arrives before the cold front. You can see trailing that. And that warm front will produce maybe some gentle sprinkles here and there. When the system actually arrives, either depending on timing, tonight, tomorrow, the main thing is it's not going to be a exact arrival time, because This is a broad area of low pressure. We're going to see a mix of clouds, sunshine, and rainfall for the next 3 days as this pocket of a cold air mass moves over the Great Lakes. In fact, some pretty decent lake effect rainfall taking place just downwind of Lake Ontario, heading into Lewis County and Oswego County. And we'll show that rainfall map here in a second. But first, here's everything pieced together on our Skycast. A south wind kicks in today. A brief sprinkle possible this evening with a few clouds, highs in the low 60s. Then a few spotty rain chances overnight and pretty much throughout the day tomorrow. Not really a washout or steady rain all day long, but it's just nuisance rain, winds, clouds. Look to the north here, by the way. There's that lake effect rain taking place. Again, moving towards Tug Hill, moving south. It's going to wobble back and forth as the wind direction remains somewhat variable as we approach the end of the week. Then you can see here, rainfall totals, obviously in the lake effect setup. Locations downwind of the Great Lakes will see the highest rainfall totals decreasing a lot more as you head into, say, Otsego County and eventually the Catskills. So your 7-day forecast, it's sunny today. Again, a brief sprinkle possible this evening. The next few days favoring more unsettled weather, rain chances, temperatures in the 40s. And I think, again, the main thing is that we've been on this trend of such warm weather. I think that it's finally catching up with us.
It's actually starting to look like fall a little bit. But we are at the end of October, so I mean, when was it going to come? I love this weather.
See, I do like it, yeah. I know I'm not a fan of the colder winter weather, but the fall weather, it's perfect.
Nice and crisp air. Yep. I love it. All right, thank you. There's nothing like. Thank you for joining us in this half hour. I'm Callahan Marshall in for Gary. So let's take this half hour and get a look at the forecast with meteorologist Eric Gage. So Eric, a pretty nice day ahead we've got going on.
Yeah, after yesterday's weather, today quite the outlier. In fact, let's take a look at those temperatures here across the area. This morning it is a cooler start, but we're not seeing nearly as many rainfall icons here across the upstate New York. We got 36 in Rome, 34 Hamilton, 43 up in the High Peaks area. So again, temperatures starting out a little cooler. Zooming in here, we got 41 in Little Falls, 46 in Fort Plain, 39 heading up into Otter Lake. Heading south, it's 45 in Cherry Valley, 41 Oneonta, 39 heading down to Unadilla. So we start out cool. We do have some lake effect cloud cover moving into the area right now from Lake Ontario, but it's not really bringing anything in the form of rainfall. That'll be a different story as we head toward the end of the week. As you can see here, radar scan showing basically nothing except some rainfall way up here toward the border of Vermont. So this morning we begin on the cooler side. We're going to see plenty of sun this afternoon with highs in the low to mid 60s, but we'll see some clouds increase right around 4, 5, 6 o'clock, potential for a brief sprinkle too. That'll set the stage for what's to come for the next few days. Rain chances as well as some cooler weather. We're going to track those chances coming up in a couple of minutes. Callahan?
All right, Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. New this morning.
Storm Tracker 2 team, where we track storms. This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise, everybody. We first take a look at our photo of the day today, which takes us to Cherry Valley. It's been quite a while since we tuned into an area here in the area of Cherry Valley, and as you can see here, it is a beautiful fall rainbow with some foliage and, of course, American flag in the foreground. Amazing photo sent in to us anonymously. If you submitted this photo and you wish to receive credit, of course, you can email us or even you can comment when we post this on social media later today. But if you have a photo like this you'd like to share with us, a beautiful fall photo, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics for a chance to have your photo featured right here on News Channel 2 at Sunrise every weekday morning. So when it comes to temperatures today, we begin in the 40s and 30s. It's a cooler morning than yesterday, but a drier morning. And it'll be a mostly dry day today, except this evening when we could see a few sprinkles. We're going to time those out and talk about what follows that for the rest of the week coming up in a few minutes. Callahan?
The Roman Catholic Diocese of Albany, which oversees churches.
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Quiet conditions out there this morning after a rainy start yesterday and pretty much a rainy day all day long yesterday afternoon. We take a look outside, though. We have some lake effect clouds passing over us, not really producing anything in the form of rainfall either way. So it's a dry morning. It's a cooler morning out there. Temperatures in the 40s and 30s. We are in between two systems right now. We have a weaker low pressure, which brought us that rain yesterday to our east and north, and a system to our west, which will bring our next round of rainfall. And so, again, in between that, we have some sunshine, quieter weather today. But when it comes to wind, I think wind was a big story yesterday. It was gusting pretty hard in some spots. It does pick up this afternoon, mainly from the south. It really starts to pick up as we head into tomorrow, though, as that system moves its way through central New York. Wind gusts between 20, 25, some spots close to 28 miles an hour. But I think the main thing following that will be even cooler weather expected, along with that wind, even some rain chances. So watch what happens. This is a system moving in from the west. There's that leading edge of that warm front producing maybe a few light sprinkles this evening. So right before sunset, clouds, light drizzle possible. But the bigger story is what follows that. That cold front moves through, but don't expect a set time for this rain to really become consistent, because it's not going to be consistent. We're going to be mentioning on and off sporadic rain showers for pretty much Wednesday through Friday. Broad area of low pressure as that jet stream dips below us. We got that cold air pocket here and prime conditions for lake effect rain to take place. And that can, of course, produce some spotty showers mixed in with sunshine. So I'll show you what it means right here. So our skycast showing sunshine today, this evening right here. Maybe a light sprinkle closer to sunset. Then by the overnight, a few spotty showers. And then by Wednesday, notice, just pick a point on the map here and then watch what happens. You're going to see a mix of sun, clouds, and rainfall as this system basically generally pushes east. So again, tomorrow, not really a complete washout, but as we head into Thursday and Friday, we're going to start to see that lake effect rain band begin to move in, impacting north initially, and then wobbling its way south throughout the day Thursday. Just overall, what's a better word to describe it? Not inconsistent wind. I'm losing the word for that there, but either way, variable wind, that's what I'm thinking of. Expect variable winds to basically produce that lake effect band rainfall north and south a little bit. And as you can see here in a rainfall accumulation map, what locations see most of the rain? Obviously downwind of the Great Lakes. So as we head to the next few days, we're going to track more of the unsettled, still fall-like weather, although it's a bit more rainy than some of you might like. Either way, it is beneficial rain. We do need it. It's very dry in some spots. It's not steady rain, but it's rain, something. But either way, again, we're feeling more fall-like, saying goodbye to that warm stretch of weather we were accustomed to for so long.
But make sure you pack the rain jacket, because we could see some rain.
Yes, rain jacket.
So we're not
packed.
Totally out of the clear.
Yes.
So, okay, thank you. Rome Health is closing the South Park. Thank you for joining us. I'm Callahan Marshall in for Gary this morning, here with Eric Gage.
And
who has some good news for us.
Yes, some great news after what, yesterday was so rainy and windy, and today a little different. We got some sun peeking out, so we got some nice weather on tap today. Let's take a look at the current conditions out there right now. First off, a live view of our camera in downtown Utica, where you can see, of course, it's still dry out there. A few clouds from the two-word saying we haven't said in quite a while, lake effect. Lake effect cloud cover is our currently over us right now, which you're seeing those clouds over Rochester, Syracuse, Hamilton, Rome. Up north, where that lake effect isn't taking place, it's clear, same thing down south. So we have that cloud cover this morning. It will decrease throughout the afternoon. But let's talk about those temperatures this morning. So we are at 44 Indian Lake, same thing in Washington Mills, 41 in Deansboro. Heading south, we're 36 in Norwich, 39 in Morris, and 44 degrees in Cooperstown, 42 in Richfield Springs. So the radar right now, despite that lake effect cloud cover, it actually is a dry lake effect cloud band. So with that in mind, it is mostly dry here across central New York. The only rain showers really getting picked up on the radar right now are near Plattsburgh and Burlington, way up on the northeastern side of the Adirondacks. So today, expect some sunshine moving in, a pretty pleasant afternoon with highs in the mid-60s. By tonight, though, we're going to see those clouds increase, and then eventually a few sprinkles, setting the stage for what's to come later on this week, which is a lot more rainfall, winds, cooler weather. So enjoy this weather today because it's an outlier. We're going to track, of course, again, that rainfall and that temperature trend throughout the week coming up in a few minutes. Callahan?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away.
Guess who's back?
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Time now at 6:13 on this Tuesday morning. Trying something new here. Our forecast in a minute here on Sunrise as you're heading out the door. First off, a look at the current conditions out there right now on the roadways. It's dry. It is on the cooler side, though. Temperatures beginning in the 30s and 40s. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar showing dry conditions all across the area. Only rainfall reported right now is up near Plattsburgh. So when it comes to temperatures today, we warm up into the 60s, sunshine, overall pretty nice conditions across the area. But it's the outlier and what we'll be expecting later on this week. Rain chances return this evening and tonight, and especially over the next few days, they're going to feel a little more fall-like, so cooler weather expected, and again, along with that rainfall. So again, today, we start out with some lingering clouds, some sunshine by noontime, and those clouds increasing in the evening with temperatures peaking in the low 60s. So enjoy this more warm weather today, because look at this. We head to the next few days, we're down in the low to mid 50s with on and off rain chances Wednesday and Thursday, lingering into Friday. Callahan?
All right, Eric, thanks. Last week,
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Time now 6:19 on this Tuesday morning. After a blustery and rainy one yesterday, things are switching up almost completely opposite today. A live look at downtown Utica. It is starting out cooler than yesterday, but it is going to be a drier morning and afternoon with some sunshine. So again, quite the difference expected today. And the reason for it is as that low pressure exits to the north and east, we have this window of high pressure here briefly. The south wind providing us with warmer temperatures before our next round of unsettled weather moves in. This one is going to be a lot more impactful. The reason for that is we're going to see a lot more colder air work its way in on the back side of the system, producing potentially some lake effect and overall pretty unsettled weather and blustery weather as you approach the end of the week. Speaking of those wind gusts today, it's going to be a little breezy from the south wind today. As we approach the evening, that wind direction will shift, and we're going to head into tomorrow with a stronger westerly wind here. You can see here wind speeds between wind gusts between 25, potentially even higher than that, miles per hour here across central New York. So it's going to be a breezy next few days in the wake of that cold front here. So we look at the arrival of this system. So we have two separate parts of this front here. We got that warm front and a trailing cold front right behind it. Now that initial warm front could produce a few light sprinkles and cloud cover. Those fronts usually don't produce a whole lot of rainfall initially. The cold front is where that weather maker really is going to be moving in. But it's interesting, though, how this system moves its way east. We're not expecting a sudden arrival of rainfall. It's going to be sporadic. And you can see here, just overall disorganized rain showers as this broad area of low pressure, a dip in the jet stream takes place. You can see just how cold the air mass is with those bluish colors here across the northeast. So we look here in the Skycast. Initially, that lake effect cloud cover this morning will move to the north. We'll see sunshine by the mid-afternoon. So pretty nice early afternoon and into the early evening. And then by 5, 6 p.m., we're going to see clouds increase, maybe a light sprinkle. It's not entirely dry today, but at least compared to what we're going to be seeing later on this week, definitely looking to be a lot on the drier side. Wednesday is going to be a mix of sun, clouds, and rainfall. I want you to, while you're watching this, just look at your location here in the map and see what happens throughout the day, because it's not just rain or sunshine or clouds. It's basically everything but the kitchen sink today. Well, obviously, we're not seeing any freezing rain, snow, or sleet, but either way, it's just a mixed bag of weather over the next few days. As we head into Thursday and Friday, that's when we really start to see that lake effect really begin to kick in, and that variable wind could push it both north and south. Initially, it's going to be north, and then pushing its way into the Mohawk Valley toward the end of the week. Obviously, with the lake effect being the more notable rain system over the next couple of days, you can see obviously where most of that rain is going to be falling, again, downwind of the Great Lakes. So your 7-day forecast following today's sunshine and some warmer weather, we head into the next few days. In fact, the next week or so looking a lot more late October-like. We're now October 21st, and I think it's finally starting to feel like fall. It's been just so delayed, and now we're finally seeing that cool
Today
weather.
would be the perfect day to do all the fall things.
Yes, anything you need to do it today, because you might not want to do it when it's raining sideways.
Have you picked apples yet?
I have not picked apples yet.
You might want to do that today, because
Yes.
guess what? It's National Apple Day.
It is National Apple Day.
Yes, yes. So you might want to go get one on your lunch break there, sir. All right. It's National Apple Day, like I just said. Joining us this half hour, I'm Callahan Marshall. Gary's off. So let's start this half hour with a check of that Storm Tracker 2 forecast with meteorologist Eric Gage. Eric, nice and warm today for fall, I would say.
Yeah, at least compared to yesterday with all the cold weather and all the clouds and the rainfall. Today, a little different. We take a look outside right now where we still are seeing some clouds and some cooler temperatures, but it's going to be a bit different as we head into this afternoon. In fact, we'll see here this morning we're in the 30s and 40s all across central New York for the time being. Zooming in here, 36 Otter Lake, 41 Little Falls, 46 Fort Plain, 44 in Washington Mills, 42 Whitesboro, 38 Morris, 44 Cooperstown, and 44 degrees in Hessville. So it's a cold morning, no doubt about it, but we're seeing here a difference compared to yesterday. It's a dry morning right here in the Yorkville Battery live radar. And we zoom out, still same story, dry. Only rain showers out here toward Plattsburgh, Burlington area, basically north and to the east of the Adirondacks. So today, despite it being a cooler morning, we're climbing into the 60s. It's going to be a pleasant day today with some sunshine too as well. Soak it up, do anything you want outdoors today, at least if you have it off or maybe have a half day. Either way, as we head into the evening, we're going to see clouds increase, maybe a few sprinkles, and that'll set the stage for an unsettled stretch and cooler stretch of weather toward the end of the week. We'll track those conditions, the rainfall, the winds, the temperatures, all that and more coming up in a couple of minutes. Callahan?
Eric, thank you. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. New this morning, the most significant...
Channel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise, everybody. Our photo of the day today takes us to a spot we haven't really showcased in quite a while, Cherry Valley. And this is a photo right here, a gorgeous shot of a fall rainbow taken yesterday morning. You can see here some of the sun peeking out, mixed in with the fall foliage, American flag in the foreground. Amazing photo right here. In fact, I might even see a double rainbow, unless my eyes are deceiving me here. Either way, if you have a photo like this you'd like to share with us, or for example, this photo here, if you submitted this, again, it was anonymously submitted, If you wish to receive credit, let us know by email or just simply posting on our posts when we post it on social media later on in the day today. So again, if you have a photo like this, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. So today, it is a cooler but drier start. Temperatures in the 40s and 30s as we head throughout the day, warming up quickly with some sunshine, but it's an outlier of what we can expect later on this week. We'll track the rain chances, the winds, the temperatures, all of that over the next few days coming up in just a few minutes. Callahan?
The Roman Catholic Diocese of Albany.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. We are still tracking some cloud cover across the area today. In fact, really the only clouds here in central New York taking place here in the Mohawk Valley. It's slowly shifting its way north, so as the day progresses, those of you in the North Country might see this cloud layer in maybe a couple of hours. But either way, it's a dry morning out there with conditions favoring sunshine this afternoon. Temperatures peaking in the mid-60s here across the region. And the reason for that is we have that rain and that cold weather to our north and to our east. This dry slot here before our next system moves in, and this is the initial wave of it out to our west. With that, it could produce some winds. Today's winds a little breezy from the south, but more notably the winds are going to be a bit stronger as we head into tomorrow, mainly from the southwest to westerly wind direction here. And beyond that, when it comes to rainfall, watch what happens here. So we're in that lull. There's that lake effect cloud band I was mentioning. It's going to shift its way north and fall apart. As we head into the evening, there's a chance for some light rain and some sprinkles closer to 4 to 6 p.m. A window as this warm front moves through. So it's not entirely dry today, but it's more dry than what we can expect throughout the next couple of days. Following that initial wave, we're not really expecting an exact timing of rainfall moving in from this trailing cold front here. What we are expecting is the arrival of some colder air mixed in with just on and off rain, clouds, and sunshine. I want to go here on our Skycast to show you what I mean. So, again, there's lots of sunshine today. Temperatures in the upper 50s to as high as the mid-60s. This evening, you can see a few light rain showers and sprinkles moving in. As we head into tonight, a few spotty showers. Now, tomorrow, wherever you're watching right now, figure out where you are on the map and just look at that exact location as we head throughout the day tomorrow and for Thursday. As you're going to see pretty much everything from sunshine. Say, for example, let's take a look at Bridgewater. Sunshine followed by clouds, a rain shower, brief rain shower, then sunshine, then clouds, then rain again. You see what I mean here? It's going to be a mixed bag of weather. Now, as we head into Thursday and Friday, a lot more notably is going to be some lake effect rainfall initially north of us, or at least in the Tug Hill area and parts of Oswego County, shifting its way south throughout the day with, again, spotty showers. So when it comes to rainfall totals here, notice the most frequent areas seeing higher totals, obviously downwind of the Great Lakes, as with any lake effect setup, but still, as the system moves its way south, we could see some more rain here in the Mohawk Valley. So nice weather today, but you notice beyond that, we got some cooler weather and some on and off rain chances. Either way, following that, it remains on the cooler side with some more slightly drier weather heading into the weekend. We'll be right back.
Eric Gage joins us now. Beautiful day, it seems like, outside.
Yeah, sun peeking out. It's a little warmer, too, after quite a different story yesterday.
Yesterday was just like an inside, close the windows. Yeah, it was miserable.
Yeah, and I think that the main thing is it wasn't beneficial rain. It was that nuisance drizzle that isn't really.
It was winter coat weather yesterday.
Yeah. Now today's a different story. Look at the sunshine out here. Live looking Oneonta from our camera atop Hartwick College right there, and there's wall-to-wall sunshine across much of central New York. But notice here, there's one location reporting rainfall, and that's in Buffalo. Temperature of 54 degrees. Out there is where the rain is falling. Here locally, no rain. In fact, still, again, almost completely blue skies, cloudless skies. But to our west, there's the arrival of that warm front. And initially, it's going to produce likely a few spotty light showers closer to 4 to 5 p.m. today. So it's not expected to be entirely dry today, but at least soak up the sunshine this afternoon, open up those windows a little bit, or just keep the blinds open and just enjoy that sunshine, because over the next few days, it's going to paint a much different story or a much different picture with some cooler air and some more unsettled weather moving in. So this afternoon, again, high temperatures in the 60s. This is an outlier this week. The next few days, going to be cooler, a lot more in terms of rainfall. In fact, lake effect rain. We'll get to those conditions and talk about not only that, but if we could see any dry periods mixed in with that rainfall later this week coming up in that full forecast. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. A Frankfurt man wanted.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Lots of sunshine has moved into our area with, in fact, not even a cloud in the sky. We take a live look at downtown Utica here with the cloudless skies across the area. Temperatures have quickly climbed into the upper 50s. Still a decent southeasterly wind right now. And this is going to bring us some warmer temperatures into the low to mid 60s before that cooler air works in. So enjoy it while this lasts. It's not going to last all week long. In fact, there's that difference maker right here. It just passed through Toronto and Buffalo. It is on its way toward Rochester, Geneva, and the Finger Lakes area over the next few hours, and eventually hitting the Mohawk Valley closer to this evening. So what differences will this bring in? Well, let's take a look right here. So for one, it's going to bring the potential for clouds and a few light sprinkles or even showers into our area right around sunset. In fact, a little bit before it here. And this is part of an approaching warm front. Now, this purple line you see here is called an occluded front. Basically, it's that cold front catching up. See how there's triangles and half semicircles there? It just means the fronts have caught up to each other. But the reason why I'm saying that is that as this front moves in, it means it's weakening. This is a sign of a weakening front. And in the process, this is going to not really produce a whole lot of initial rainfall as that front moves through. So we're not going to be tracking an exact arrival of rain. In fact, quite the opposite here. We're going to be talking about sporadic on and off showers over the next few days, mixed in with lake effect rain moving in, especially just downwind of Lake Ontario to the east as we head into Friday. So let's piece it all together here in the Skycast. Today, that cloud cover has shifted north. There's lots of sunshine this evening. Here comes that front. Again, it's weakened, maybe a few sprinkles or light showers. This is not expected to produce a whole lot of accumulating rainfall. Then, tomorrow, I want you to pinpoint where you are on this map here or a location you just want to generally pick here. For example, I'm going to pick, say, Cooperstown. Watch what happens. It's going to be a sunny start here in Cooperstown, and then here comes a shower, clouds, a shower, sunshine. You get the gist. It's going to be a mixed bag of weather tomorrow, depending on location. Again, a few more showers roll through overnight, and then Thursday, scattered showers turning more to an isolated band of lake effect rainfall north, and that band will shift south and produce more scattered showers on and off, adding into Thursday and Friday. In terms of rainfall accumulation, there are a couple maps or a couple locations here on this map that see some higher totals. Obviously, just downwind of Lake Ontario is one location. One of the spots here in New York State that's going to see a good amount of rainfall is near locations just offside of Lake Erie toward Buffalo. Some of those spots out there are expected to see 2-3 inches of rain in only a couple of days. So lake effect rain is finally here. We got that two-letter word that's been elusive since last winter and last spring. So.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Say it.
Well, Just lake effect.
won't say it.
The four-letter snow word is not on the horizon just yet.
So we're
but
saying lake effect, but we won't say.
lake effect rain.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Eric. Well, retirees taking a look at. Oh, wow. Say it ain't snow, Eric.
Well, I mentioned, there's no four-letter snow word in the
Yeah.
forecast here locally. Well,
It's not in New York State, I hope.
yeah, not in New York State. This is in Mount Washington in New Hampshire here. But let's take this full screen. I want to show you guys what this looks like. This is at the Mount Washington Observatory here. And this is, again, a really high elevation. Usually this location sees some of the first snowfalls of the year. The way the weather pattern yesterday was set up, we had cold air aloft, below freezing air aloft for one of the first times all season. Basically, that means is that when you have anything falling from the sky way up in the clouds, it actually starts as snow and then turns over to rainfall. But you go high up enough, it's already snow and it doesn't melt when it hits the ground. So there's a view of the first snowfall in the Northeast pretty much all season long. And again, here locally, a much different story. We've got blue skies, not a trace of snow expected, at least for the next week or so. So we still have some time before that happens. In fact, plenty of sun here expected today. Clouds slowly approaching. We got rainfall reported in Buffalo and some warmer temperatures expected as we head into the early parts of this afternoon. You can see here temperatures already climbing into low 60s in the Mohawk Valley, 61 Westmoreland and in Little Falls. Radar is dry to our west. There's that rainfall moving in. Again, it is expected to fall apart and weaken as it moves its way east. There still could be a lingering sprinkle possible before sunset, thinking maybe around 5, 6 p.m. Then tonight, it's going to be a mix of clouds and some spotty showers. As a weather pattern shift takes place, we're not going to see these temperatures anymore. Cooler weather expected. We'll track that rainfall and more coming up in a few minutes. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. Well, the Madison County Health Department.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Lots of sunshine so far today. Temperatures climbing into the 60s. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. Again, officially at Griffinson Rome, we are sitting in the upper 50s. We're sitting right here again at 58 degrees, but other locations around the Mohawk Valley have hit that 60-degree mark, and likely this temperature here, which updates once per hour, will likely hit minimum 60 by the end of the hour, roughly around 12:53, 54 when that does update. So either way, we're going to see some warmer temperatures. But on the back side of this system here, there is some rain showers rolling their way in. It's currently passing right in between Buffalo and Rochester. As it approaches central New York, it is expected to weaken a little bit. And the reason for it is right here. So you have what's called an occluded front here. See that purple? That's basically a cold front catching up with a warm front. Notice how they always pop up right here. It spirals around this low. The reason why I'm saying it is that usually you see these types of fronts when the system is weakening. Now, actually, I should say the front is weakening. The system itself is still pretty strong, but that entire forcing of the front begins to weaken right there. And with that in mind, we're not expecting a sudden arrival of rainfall at a set time, and then after that, the weather just dries up and it's cold. This is a much different system here. We have moisture trapped in a cold air mass here above the jet stream. That's going to produce some scattered showers in the next few days and even lake effect rain toward the end of the week. So again, today though, it is dry. We're on the front of the system here. Then that front moves through, maybe a few clouds and showers. This is not, again, going to be a pretty consistent timing. It's just expected to produce clouds and then maybe a stray shower. A few scattered showers overnight in some locations. And again, on this map here, I want you to pinpoint where you are, either generally in Oneida, Herkimer, Otsego counties, wherever you're tuning into, and just watch that location and then see the conditions. For example, I'll point to Utica here. It's cloudy, and then it's rainy, and then it's sunny, and then it's cloudy and rainy. You get the gist here. It is going to be a mixed bag of weather through Wednesday and then to Thursday before things begin to turn a little more isolated in terms of rainfall. Lake effect rain initially to the north. That lake effect rain band sweeps south, and the rain showers become a little more scattered. So when it comes to rainfall totals, you can see here just north of the Mohawk Valley, we'll see the highest totals here just off of Lake Erie, south of Buffalo, is where the highest totals will be expected across the state. We're talking 2-3 inches of rainfall down there. Here locally, again, we're not talking about a whole lot of rain, just it's a mixed bag of weather. It's drizzly, it's rainy, it's sunny, it's cloudy, you name it, it's a mixed bag for the next few days. It's going to be colder, though. That's the main story. We're saying goodbye to warm fall weather and a return to some much cooler, more typical temperatures this time of year.
So what we felt yesterday, we're going to get a little more of the same?
Yeah, a little more of the same like what we saw yesterday. This is a bit of an outlier today with the 60s.
All right, I'll get my puzzles ready. Thank you so much, Eric. Last week...
Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Our sunshine is gone for the day, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We do have some changes ahead. We've got low pressure moving in, a couple of sprinkles showing up. A lot of this isn't reaching the ground. A little bit of this will. So a few sprinkles can't be ruled out. This is all part of a front moving through. This is the leading edge of what's going to be an unsettled stretch of weather here for the next couple of days. 56 degrees, the current temperature in east wind at 5 miles an hour, dew point 49. So the air is relatively dry. We've got showers that will return tonight. The weather stays unsettled. And I've got an update on the drought statistics. I know we had a decent amount of rain yesterday. We'll see how that has impacted the current situation. Cloudy skies, a brief shower this evening, temperatures in the 50s. We're tracking a couple of unsettled days ahead before things turn out sunnier for the weekend. I've got to look at the forecast coming up. Chris, back to you.
We're learning more about a man arrested after making
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking cloudy skies and the beginning of an unsettled stretch of weather as our next area of low pressure swings in from the west. And again, you saw the change today from sunshine to clouds. It's a live look at downtown Utica. We have a few showers that are showing up. It's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This is all part of a front that is moving through, and it's just the beginning of what's going to be an unsettled weather pattern over the next couple of days. We're not talking about steady, heavy rain throughout all of this stretch, but we will have scattered showers. The most persistent rains look to be north and west of Utica, where lake effect rain will develop. And that will be more along a westerly wind. And then Saturday, the weather does dry out, so we do expect to see some sunshine here as we head into the weekend. Fall colors, well, we're now considered past peak for most areas. That includes a good portion of the Mohawk Valley. The colors are still pretty nice in the lower elevations, but again, things are changing in a hurry. Those leaves are coming down. And the fall foliage has been a lot less bright compared to years past because of this ongoing drought. And here's some numbers for you. We've been keeping track of rainfall since July 1st because we came from a heavy, lots of snow in the winter, and then we had rain in the spring. But then July 1st came, and from that point onward, it's been nothing but dry. In fact, we've only had half as much rain as we typically do during this stretch. Typically, we're almost 15 inches of rain. Currently, just about 7 inches of rain, which puts us at a departure of just over 7 inches. And again, we've got this stretch of weather. In September, we had 16 days without rainfall. So again, this drought looks like it's going to be a long-term thing. It's not going to be one or two rainfall events that changes it. But again, it's something that we can certainly overcome over time. Looking at temperatures this late afternoon, early evening, Deansboro 57, Little Falls 61. Across Southern Valleys, Cooperstown 60, Oneonta 57. Low pressure swings in, and this is just going to park itself just to the north and west. And it brings us showers here over the next couple of days. Tonight, scattered showers, overnight lows in the mid-40s. Tomorrow, scattered showers, cloudy skies. Again, it doesn't rain the whole day. Bit of a breeze. Temperatures in the mid-50s. And again, this weather pattern is just going to continue. We can see a little bit more lake effects rain showing up Thursday morning. This is primarily north. So Thursday, the rain will be more localized compared to tomorrow. But again, it does look wet, especially north. Cloudy skies, a passing shower tonight. Tomorrow, cloudy, scattered showers, 56. Bit of a breeze. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy skies, cooler weather Thursday, Friday. The weather should shape up to be pretty nice for the weekend. Temperatures in the low 50s Saturday and Sunday, and then it gets nicer. Return to sunshine by Monday and Tuesday.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Well, it started with a mom, and
All right, let's get you caught up on the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Beautiful photos continue to come in. This was taken earlier this fall by Debbie and Tupper Lake. That's up in the Adirondacks. A gorgeous shot there. Of course, the leaves don't look like that today, especially after the wind and the rain that we've been having. So live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Today was nice. We had some sunshine, but a couple of showers are starting to work back into central New York. An unsettled weather pattern is going to be unfolding here for the next couple of days, and temperatures will be near or slightly cooler than average. Highs in the 50s for the most part, although Friday we may not get out of the 40s. We'll be in the low 50s heading into the weekend. And again, tracking some unsettled conditions here going forward. A few sprinkles around this evening, temperatures in the 50s if you're going to take the dog out for a walk. The rain should be pretty light, shouldn't be too problematic. Tonight's featured dog is Bowser from Oriskany. And if you want to be part of this, head to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Kristen, back to you.
If you give out the best candy on
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We are tracking unsettled weather as we head into the next couple of days, thanks to low pressure building in from the west. And you've seen the change take place today from sunshine back to clouds. Temperature of 55 degrees and a live look at Oneonta. We have a couple of sprinkles out there. So live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The sprinkles are moving in from the west, and they'll be pretty light, but we will see more showers heading into tonight. This was the scene on top of Mount Washington last night. So Mount Washington is in New Hampshire. It is 6,200 feet above sea level, which is about 1,000 feet higher than Mount Marcy, the tallest peak in New York State. So for context, this is a high elevation, but still seeing some snow in the peaks of New Hampshire last night. Skywatchers checking in. Whitesboro 62, Mike in New Hartford 59, Barneveld 58, Curtis 54, Jeff and Mohawk 57, Ilion 60, Skideva 64, Worcester with 61. So we've got an area of low pressure that's going to approach from the west, and this is going to bring us on and off showers here for the next couple of days. Not going to be any really heavy rain with this, but it just keeps us cloudy and cool. And there will be a breeze, but again, this is not a big storm, so the winds won't be as bad as what we saw yesterday and Sunday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Scattered showers, overnight lows drop down into the 40s. Tomorrow, scattered showers. Not going to rain the whole day. We won't get a whole lot of rain either, less than 1/4 of an inch region-wide. Temperatures climbing to the 50s. Tomorrow night, the weather continues to bring clouds and showers. And then on Thursday, this is lake effect rain. That's going to be taking place generally north of the Mohawk Valley throughout the day. That band may try to work its way southward. So again, we've got the risk for rain Thursday. And that band of lake effect rain could be heavy at times. But again, most of that's going to fall north of the Mohawk Valley. Cloudy skies tonight, passing shower, 45. Tomorrow, cloudy, scattered showers, 56. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Scattered showers Thursday and Friday. Temperatures will be on the cooler side, bit of a breeze. Weekend weather looks pretty nice, looking dry both Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures in the low 50s. Sunshine returns Monday and Tuesday with highs in the mid-50s. We'll be right back.
Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
So a big change in the weather today. Sunshine early this morning. Clouds have returned this afternoon. A couple of sprinkles out there. These are not very heavy. This is the beginning of what's going to be a 3-day stretch of clouds and on and off showers. 56 degrees is the current temperature. Dew point's 48. A late breeze out there. Showers return tonight. Unsettled weather is going to be sticking around for the next couple of days. I'll also have an update on the drought situation. I know we had a decent amount of rain lately. I want to take a look at how that's impacted the current situation. Cloudy, brief shower this evening, temperatures in the 50s. I'm tracking a few rain chances ahead. Look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Chobani is hosting its
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking unsettled weather for the next couple of days as low pressure approaches from the west. This is a live look in downtown Utica. It was sunnier earlier today, but things have obviously changed, and that's because we have a front moving in. This is coming from an area of low pressure. It's bringing a few scattered showers. Some of this is making it to the ground, but it's pretty light, so it's not going to have a big impact on your evening plans. Fall foliage, we're now considered past peak for most of central New York, and the places to go would be Syracuse or Albany for the upcoming weekend if you want to see the best color. The leaves have, the foliage has not been quite as vibrant this year due to the lack of rainfall. We've been keeping track of this since July 1st. Previous to that, we had a lot of rain in the spring, a lot of snow in the winter. But once it hit summertime, the pattern flipped around, and we've been running behind by about 7 inches of rain since then, so about half, and this has been pretty consistent over the past couple of months. And again, we definitely could use some rain. Even the rain that we've gotten lately has not really changed anything long term. Clinton, Bob checking in with 59 degrees, Barneveld 58, Norway 57, Old Forge 54, Skidivas checks in with 64. We've got low pressure working in from the west. And again, this is going to be our big weather maker. It's going to be a slow mover, and there'll be scattered showers. Not heavy rain, but it will be pretty persistent over the next couple of days. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight, scattered showers. Overnight lows drop down into the 40s. Tomorrow, on and off showers for a good portion of the day. Temperatures climb into the mid-50s. Tomorrow night, lingering showers. Things change Thursday. As that low aligns itself to the north, we get some lake effect rain. And that's going to primarily impact the North Country Thursday and Thursday afternoon, but this should drop south too. So we're going to keep the chance of rain in for everyone, but it looks like the heaviest of which will be north. Cloudy, passing shower tonight, low 45. Tomorrow, cloudy, scattered showers, highs in the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloud showers Thursday, Friday, cooler weather. Temperatures will be in the upper 40s Friday afternoon. Saturday and Sunday, we dry out. A decent looking weekend for any fall plans. Monday and Tuesday, sunshine returns, temperatures in the mid-50s.
All right, Bill, thank you. Still to come on News Channel, close look at the forecast tonight with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. I just saw you post this on social media a few minutes ago. Unbelievable.
This has now become Delta Puddle.
It has.
Yeah.
And you feel for the people that live there because this is just like...
Yeah, normally the water level is where this, where Lisa's standing, and you can see the dock has been pushed way back. And I mean, this should be completely covered. I don't even know how far down this is.
Quite a bit.
Part of it is we actually lost data from the USGS with the government shutdown, so now we can't actually check it anymore until that...
Come on,
yeah. So
let's go.
That's Politics aside.
Another day,
another day. And no, we don't talk about this in weather. Anyway, we're taking a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A couple of sprinkles out there out near Cooperstown. This is all heading to the east. We will have a few showers that will show up into tonight. Current temperature is 53 degrees. We're tracking unsettled weather ahead. Sunshine returns this weekend, and I do have an update on the drought, not only with those pictures from Delta Lake, but also where do we stand with rainfall now? I know we've been getting some rainfall. Is it making any sort of a difference in the drought yet? We're going to explore that. Temperatures tonight drop into the 40s. Might need the heat tomorrow morning. Probably not for very long, though. We've got to look at a couple of unsettled days ahead. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Well, thank you. Chobani is hosting its third year.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. Tonight's weather, pretty quiet. We saw a lot of cloud cover earlier today, or I should say this evening as a front move through. There's still a few lingering showers in Schoharie County, Delaware County. These are moving to the east. And we've got some unsettled weather that'll be approaching from the west thanks to low pressure. And this will give us scattered showers tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. Things do improve Saturday. We're just getting into that time of year where it becomes a lot cloudier and wetter. And this is just the beginning. Let's talk about the drought because we've had some rainfall. Let's compare it to what it's done to the drought. If anything, we've been keeping pace, but it's still too dry. We've had 7.71 inches of rain since July 1st at Griffith and Rome. Average is 14.86. So we're running a departure that's still 7 inches, and we've had a 16-day stretch without rain in September. So again, bottom line is it's helping, but it's not doing enough to change this. And I think it may take a long time before this drought is going to be overcome. As we look at the fall foliage report, we've got most areas past peak. There's still a lot of color, but we are now considered past peak for just about every spot, except for the lowest elevations of the Mohawk Valley. And then if you're driving out towards Syracuse or Albany, you will get a lot more color. As we look at the bigger picture, here's the next area of rain towards Buffalo. That is part of a cold front that will be moving in. And this will be our weather maker for tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, as this area of low pressure slowly swings in. Tonight, scattered showers. Overnight lows drop down to the 40s. Tomorrow, we're looking at scattered showers, especially early in the day. Temperatures climb into the 50s. Tomorrow night, more scattered showers. There's going to be lake effect rain that develops on Thursday. You can see it right here. Now, this area of rain is lake effect rain, cooler air blowing over the really warm waters of Lake Ontario, generating some rain. This band will be dropping south heading into Thursday. Cloudy tonight, a passing shower, a low of 45. Tomorrow, cloudy, scattered showers, 56. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather starts to improve over the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, mostly cloudy, temperatures in the low 50s. It's cold at night, though. We're actually close to freezing Saturday night, Sunday night. Monday and Tuesday, partly sunny, high temperatures in the mid-50s. We'll be right back.
First look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Karditz. Let's stay out in that part of our region. Delta Lake.
Yeah.
This is just an unbelievable picture. I can't understand it.
This is incredible. Usually where Lisa's taking this picture, this is where the water level is. And see, even the dock is the water level is well beyond the lowest point of the dock. So
it's
is
puddle.
Yeah, it's literally it's Delta puddle. And
it is.
It's incredibly low in this picture. In fact, unfortunately, I can't tell you exactly how low tonight. Normally we have ways of monitoring this, but because of the government shutdown, that's going away too, at least for now. But we will keep you updated. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A couple of sprinkles out there this evening. We are tracking showers that will be lingering here in central New York over the next couple of days as low pressure arrives. Current temperature 48 degrees, cloudy skies, calm winds. Heading into tonight, again, unsettled weather ahead. Sunshine returns this weekend. And I do have an update on the drought and how the recent rainfall has affected that. We'll run some of the numbers here in just a couple of minutes. Going to bed tonight, overnight lows drop down into the 40s. Might need the furnace early in the morning to turn on the heat for just a little while. Tracking a couple of cooler days ahead. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Chobani.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Karditz.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. Things look pretty quiet out there tonight. We do have a couple of showers and sprinkles, mainly to the east, and we will have a few of these showers tonight. We're expecting unsettled weather as low pressure arrives. This will bring scattered showers to central New York tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. The weather dries out for Saturday. It is not going to bring us heavy rainfall, but we will be getting some just about each and every day. Let's talk about the drought. Now, we did obviously get some rain yesterday, and it's been a relatively active weather pattern over the past couple of weeks. But in terms of actually putting a dent in the drought, we just have not done that. 7.71 inches of rain since July 1st at Griffith and Rome. Typically, we get almost 15 inches, so we're running a deficit of more than 7. 16 days in a row without rain in September. So it's been very dry. It's also had an impact on the leaves. The leaves are not quite as bright this year. We're now considered past peak with the fall foliage. Best color is still in the lowest elevations, but you're going to have to drive out towards Syracuse or Albany for the upcoming weekend to see the best color. Bigger picture shows low pressure to the west. It's bringing the next round of rain. You can see the leading edge of this out towards Buffalo. And again, that's going to head to the east. We're tracking scattered showers here tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the 40s. Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies and an occasional rain shower. Temperatures climb into the upper 50s. Lake effect rain develops tomorrow night, and it's going to be most persistent north of the Mohawk Valley. There's the band right here. It's up towards Watertown. The winds shift and this does drop southward, so widespread showers Thursday. It looks like the heaviest of the lake effect rain will be north. Tonight, cloudy, passing shower at low of 45. Tomorrow, cloudy, scattered showers, bit of a breeze, temperatures in the mid 50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast, scattered showers Thursday and Friday. It's cooler, temperatures in the low 50s. Saturday, Sunday, mostly cloudy. We do see sunshine and warmer temperatures, highs in the mid 50s Monday.